Hello, everyone, and welcome to part one of this six-part series on the Mindful Educator Mindful Skills Extra Practice. So, hope you're doing well today. Really appreciate you taking the time to do this extra practice because really mindfulness is all about the daily practice, intentionally, on purpose, hitting that pause button, going inward, taking time for ourselves, giving ourselves permission to take care of ourselves, right? So in this video, we're going to get a little bit of extra practice with mindful breathing and anchor spots. And anchor spots are chest, our belly, and our nose. Remembering that our anchor spots are where we might feel our breath the strongest. So mindful breathing is simply noticing your natural breath. So we breathe all the time. It's always with us. We're not paying attention to it, right? It's an automatic function of our body. And so in this mindful sit, we're taking a moment to really just zero in on what it feels like to inhale and what it feels like to exhale, and noticing the rhythm of that, the depth or shallowness of that, whatever, right? Just simple noticing without judgment, our natural breath. And then in the anchor spot practice, we're going to get into what our breath feels like in our chest, our belly, and the air coming in and out of our nose. So let's get to our practice. So feet on the floor, spine in a line, hands in your lap, heart to the sky. And feel free to close your eyes at this time if you're comfortable with that. If not, again, a soft gaze right below you is just fine. We're going to start off with a little bit of sound. Just listen to the bell from beginning to end. Just noticing that bell fading away. Checking in with yourself, giving yourself a moment to settle into your body and your thoughts settle. Your mind will wander throughout the sit, it's not a problem. We're going to practice using the breath as an anchor to bring it back to the present moment. The breath exists here, right now, in the present moment. So we use that to come back over and over again whenever we need to. So first, simply notice your natural breath. Notice that you're inhaling. Notice that you're exhaling. And no need to change or force it in any way. Just simply notice as your body naturally takes air in and naturally exhales air. Just really slowing everything down on purpose, getting in tune with the rhythm of our breath. Just simply notice right now if it feels like deep breathing or shallow, light or heavy, and no judgment. There's no right or wrong way to breathe. We're simply breathing and simply noticing it. Just begin to notice as you follow the rhythm of your breath. If your body begins to settle a little more, just allow your body to sink into the chair just a little more, maybe shoulders to drop, forehead and jaw relaxed, hands relaxed. And if the mind is wandering, which it will, you come back to one inhale and one exhale at a time. And that's the practice right there. Every time you notice your mind has been gone, that's your mindful moment. You come back to the breath again and again. So now we can explore this a little more with physical touch, taking one of your hands and placing it on your chest. Now notice your breath there in particular. Notice how your chest rises and falls with each natural breath. And just with curiosity and non-judgment, does it feel strong or weak there, deep or shallow? When we place our hand on our chest, we're actually triggering a release of the chemical oxytocin, which signals to the body safety. It's the stand down chemical to the amygdala as well, in our lower brain, which signals our fight, flight, freeze response. So putting all that fight, flight, freeze, survival mode on hold, allowing our body to settle into our parasympathetic nervous system and create that sense of calm. Just notice how it feels to place your hand there and the effect it has on your body. You can gently move your hand to your belly and do the same thing there. Notice the rise and fall of your belly with every natural breath. And notice in comparison, does it feel stronger or weaker than it did in your chest? No judgment. It doesn't need to be a certain way. Just simply noticing. And our last anchor spot we're going to explore is right underneath our nose. So you can take your hand and place it right underneath your nostrils and simply notice the air hitting your hand as you breathe in and out. Noticing sensations of warmth or coolness. And noticing if the air feels strong or light there. And so, getting a little practice on your own, you get to choose one of your anchor spots. For the next 30 seconds or so, choose either the chest, belly, or nose to explore a little bit longer. And just follow your natural rhythm of your breath. Notice in the spot that you chose, which most likely is where you feel it the strongest. Notice the effect on your body and your mind. Have you begun to settle a little more? What are you feeling emotionally now? All with openness and curiosity. Remember, when we do this practice too, you want to, heartfulness always goes hand in hand with every practice. So we're doing this with a kind, compassionate, gentle, non judgmental self awareness. Because that inner critic can be very loud, and we might tell ourselves, this isn't working, I'm not doing this right, and other negative thoughts. But we're also practicing letting that go and simply breathing. And then when our mind wanders, we simply begin again. So we're going to end this practice with the sound of the bell. When you can no longer hear it, feel free to open your eyes, come back to your screen. And slowly come out of your sit. However you feel comfortable, with a light stretch, drink of water, adjusting back to the light in the room. Welcome back to the here and now. Just notice self-assessment. How you doing right now? How you feeling? We did about 8 minutes or so in that sit. Maybe you felt like you needed to go longer, and you're always welcome to do that. So just remembering your natural breath always with you, and you always have access to your anchor spots, your chest, belly, and nose when you need that to get a little bit more centered. So whatever's going on externally, emotions and thoughts, you can find your center and ground yourself once again. Thank you so much for participating today. Hope you have a great one. See you next time.